Welcome back to the Morning Brew today. I'm Larry Aarons with Monica Bencomo. A lot of theater in this half hour
know,
on
I'm
the
so
show.
excited.
It's Theater Thursday. This segment of our show is brought to you by the Albuquerque Theater Guild. And if you want to know what's going on stage and what's coming up and what productions are on the calendar, well, you just go to that website right there, abqtheater.org. It's the Albuquerque Theater Guild. A pleasure to welcome back to the show a gentleman that's been with us before, Charles Fisher. Nice to see you, Charles.
Very nice to see you again, Larry.
Very good. And also with us today is Arlette Morgan, who both Charles and Arlette are starring in the new production of The Man Who Came to Dinner.
The Man Who Came to
And
Dinner.
I love the premise of this. Here we have a theater critic who gets injured on the steps of a home.
Indeed.
Is it your home?
It is not.
No, it's,
oh, no.
Yeah, and
no.
the theater critic has to stay there to recover. Are you the theater critic?
I am the theater
You're the
critic.
perfect guy to be a theater
Well, thank
critic.
you. I appreciate that.
The Man Who Came to Dinner, this is coming to the Vortex, and it's an interesting premise, and we were talking that it's all about the inside baseball stuff of acting, right, and plays and all of that.
So Whiteside is, yes, absolutely, a critic who is on a lecture tour, and as a result of his injury, supposed injury, he ends up being marooned in the house of this very straight suburban Ohio couple and this small town, and then proceeds to turn their house completely upside down by carrying on his activities, which means running his business as a theater critic, and all of his friends descend upon it, his theater friends and his science friends, and then he collects exotic animals that get delivered to him by other celebrities, and turns, as I said, the place upside down, and they are just horrified to have their home ripped away from them.
This is hilarious.
So I hear that Sheridan Whiteside is actually, he's based off of a real person.
He is based off of a real person, Alexander Wolcott, who was the theater critic for the New York Times for a long while, and who was a great friend of Kaufman and Hart, who wrote the play. And apparently the circumstances in which the play came to be inspired was that Wolcott descended upon Hart's Bucks County home in Pennsylvania and just took it over. Insisted that he had to stay in the master bedroom, terrorized all of the staff, and Moss Hart was talking about this with Kaufman and said, thank God he didn't break his leg, or we'd never have got rid of him, at which point the bulb went off in their heads. What was most remarkable about it was that Wolcott actually loved the play and eventually ended up playing himself, Sherman Whiteside in the play in a run on the West Coast.
Arlette,
like a
what's your
double
character do?
consciousness.
Oh, I play Lorraine Sheldon, who is the spoiled actress that Sheridan calls in to cause all sorts of trouble.
Oh, are you a diva?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. It was complete
She owns
typecasting.
it. She owns it. There you go.
No, actually, not at all. It's actually been a little difficult, and my directors had to say, no, you can be more.
Give
be
us
more
more.
spoiled,
Yeah.
prance and preen, and it's actually been a little hard.
Hard? Best excuse ever. Wait,
It is a great
The director
excuse.
told me to. I mean,
I have to.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, there's decadent furs and feathers in the hats, and that's been fantastic.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Sounds fun.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We both have the best costumes.
we have
between
great
us.
costumes.
Yeah. Wonderful smoking jackets for me, and absolutely
1930s,
feathers and furs.
costumes.
So is Sheridan, the character, is he pretty flamboyant guy?
Just a little.
Just a little.
Just a little, but not just flamboyant. I mean, really caustic and
Oh, he is.
sarcastic.
He's a
and
critic,
sharp.
that's right.
Absolutely.
Of everything,
Absolutely.
not just theater.
Yeah.
Critic of everything.
Of everybody and
Yes.
everything. And
I see.
he has this wonderful secretary called Maggie, who is sort of his amanuensis. She's able to spar with him and she is the person who undergoes the significant change in the course of it because she falls in love, never having fallen in love before. The reason
Interesting.
why I have to try and lure this one out to this small town in the hope that I can rescue my employee and prevent having my life further disrupted, because of course it's all about me.
He has to call in the
That's
big
it.
guns to
Everything's
come.
about you. And you.
Yes, and me, of course.
I bet Lorraine is aghast that she's stuck in this small town, having to come to this little ordinary place.
Well, the thing is, I've been promised a new play.
Oh, I
the,
see.
person Maggie's
Okay,
fallen
you
in love with has written a play, so I'm lured out to this little town on Christmas Eve with the, with this new play. So I come in to both grab the man and the play.
Oh, interesting.
Ah,
If I
there you
see
go.
one here.
Yes.
Okay, so you mentioned that your character was flamboyant, so you must be a great actor because you obviously don't give off that impression. But I do understand that obviously the audience is going to get a great laugh when they watch the play, but what else are they going to get out of viewing it?
You want to field this one?
Sure.
Or have a go?
I
Go on,
think
I'm happy
that-
to say something too.
Yeah, I think that the idea sometimes we get that tragedy is somehow worth more than comedy, which isn't necessarily true. I mean, I think we need to laugh as much as we need to cry.
If not
And,
more.
if not
I'm
more,
definitely more with you,
absolutely.
yes.
And I also think it's important that through these flamboyant people that we can also kind of laugh at ourselves because we
Yeah.
recognize parts of ourselves in these characters. And it's nice to be able just to laugh at it, not to take it too seriously.
I think it's also like it's an early example of looking at the celebrity life and skewering it a little. I mean,
Yes.
it is definitely a satire on not only Woolcott himself, but also his circle and his friends, so that do not allow celebrity to be taken seriously.
Yes.
These are people who really are empty on the inside.
Theater people.
Theatre people,
Right.
which of course is what we're always empty on the inside.
So that way you can give
No
out so
substance,
much.
right.
Good thing you guys have an actual real life that has some substance to it, right?
We try.
You
We,
get-
yeah, we
yeah,
try.
yeah. This is hilarious. So when does the production open, or what? Tell.
We open tomorrow night, November
night.
the 7th, and we run through November the 30th, Fridays and Saturdays at 7:30 in the evening, and Sundays at 2, a matinee at 2.
Tomorrow's showtime.
It is indeed.
Reservations, vortexabq.org or 247-8600.
Now, with all these so-called friends and the entourage people dropping by, this must be a big cast.
It is a big
It's a huge cast.
I mean, I'm trying to think, 15?
18.
18? I think.
18.
Because we have
people.
all these crazies coming out of the woodwork to drop by and visit this
From each
guy.
side.
From
Yeah.
every side, yes.
Oh my gosh, this should be a lot of fun.
Yes, our green room is full of
It's
people.
packed.
Although unfortunately, I never get to see it because I'm stuck out there.
I think there's one scene he's not in.
So is it challenging to bring such a big, vast play to life? Or is it just like second nature to you all by now?
I think it's always hard work doing it because this is a town in which, as Larry knows and you know probably, that we don't actually make the concession that this is community theatre. We work really hard
Very hard.
to
I've done
try
theatre.
and give
I
you
know. Yeah.
you as professional a performance as possible,
Yeah.
even though we're volunteers. And obviously we love doing it, but by the same token, it is hard work, and particularly with a big cast, and then a period piece, you're actually trying to grab from every, garage or wherever those little pieces
Yeah. Yes.
that say 1930s rather
Yeah.
than, 2014. So
Oh man.
that's hard work. Beautiful set designed
Beautiful
by
set.
the treasurer of the Vortex, nonetheless. She designed
Very
it.
nice. Well, you guys are a lot of fun. Thanks for coming by. Arlette, looks like you have a lot of fun with this role.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Okay, hilarious.
Absolutely.
Arlette Morgan and Charles Fisher, starring in The Man Who Came to Dinner at the Vortex Theater, opening tomorrow night. Best wishes to both of you.
Yeah.
Thank you
Thank
very
you for
much.
being here.
Thank
Very
you for having
entertaining. We'll be back. We're going to meet a lady who's going to portray two ladies of song,
Yes.
Lena Horne and Billie Holiday. You'll meet Brenda Marley here in just a moment on The Morning Brew.